Well, I'm alone again, so let's go through 3 more dating sims to, not be. Starting with Bloody Painter Data Sim. Let's begin. Oh shit, it's in a different language, hold on. Okay, let's begin. We wake up in someone's basement, which is always the best way to start a dating sim. Usually Tinder dates start at a restaurant and end here, but we can skip all that, I guess. We get a mattress, which I guess is something at least, and a plate of spaghetti. There's no option to eat it, but we can throw it against the wall. Not sure why she hates Italian food so much. Oh, she's racist, isn't she? God damn it, now I'm the worst person here. Well, I guess it doesn't matter. We go to sleep because we launched our dinner at the wall, and when we wake up we see him, the person TikTok girls are obsessed with. Or, Sans. He seems displeased with the mess I've made, but I'm more displeased she's a huge race. Anyway, he cleans up and leaves without a word, which does make sense, since she just wrecked his nice new clean holding room. No respect. He must have thought the same, because he doesn't come back until I die. I just love the fact that he's a petty little bitch that thinks, you don't want my spaghetti? That's my grandmother's recipe. How dare you? You can starve, bitch. Regardless, next time we don't throw the spaghetti against the wall and just go to sleep. The next morning he tells us that we can't die yet because his meat freezer's too full. Serial killer problems. Just get another one from IKEA? Do they even do fridges? Holy shit, they do. Huh. Every day's a learning day, I guess. So we survived the first day, and that's something, I guess. The next day is set up the exact same way, but this time we have the bright idea to look through the keyhole. Or maybe not so bright since we see he's taking inspiration from Midsommar. This is probably not gonna... I'm gonna be honest, that didn't scare me, but what followed sure did. Sorry, no, wrong thing. He just opens the door, and once we leave, it's clear to us what he's doing, turning humans into art pieces. Look, I know art's subjective, but we can all agree this sucks. Or apparently not, so she's a psychopath. Well, to be fair, most racists probably are. Anyway, she says she likes them, which brings up our rate of survival, but it also takes away our humanity. The next day he lets us out again and presents us with a dead body and gives us a knife. He then asks us where we think the first cut should be. Depending on your viewpoint, this is either a really good move in this situation or a really bad one for a dating sim, but I try stabbing with it. I think it's fairly obvious that it doesn't work, and we fail spectacularly. Let's do it again. The more I play this game, the more I'm realizing it's less about dating and more about escaping a serial killer, but I guess that's the same thing to some people. Instead, we go along with it and reenact a rather morbid version of Ghost. The next chance we get is when we find a key dropped in the room. Not a very good serial killer, is he? We leave and explore the house, and apart from the dead body parts everywhere, it's fairly nice. But the best thing about it is that our captor is now asleep, so we can make a break for it. We open the front door and we can finally... Fuck, bear trap. It's fine, we can walk past it. And you fell in another one. Brilliant! It's almost like no matter how hard I try, I can't leave. I'm never getting out, am I? Wait a minute. Problem solved, no longer in the house. Look, that was getting a bit too Stockholm Syndrome. What the fuck was that? Look, that was getting a little too Stockholm Syndrome-y for me. Serial killers do not make good partners. So, let's move on to the next game. A Date with Death. God, we can never just date normal people, can we? Character creation comes first, and after making a discount Todoroki, we get in the game. We try to get on with our day, but our computer starts getting constant notifications from an app we don't recognize. After ignoring it and deleting it don't work, we do the next reasonable thing. Prepare to throw it out the window. No, I'm not kidding. He literally opens the window before deciding to be a coward and changing his mind. Don't open your window unless you're willing to commit. That is a joke. Please do not throw your devices out the window, and if you do, at least finish the video first. Anyway, the app's a chat room with some nutjob who says he's deaf. He keeps talking about reaping my soul, which I think is a weird sex thing. I'm not sure though. Either way, he sent me, no joke, 15 different messages. The last being fuck me. Aha! I knew it! I knew it was a sex thing. As all hilarious people should, we respond, is that an offer? He doesn't get it, but what he does get is on my nerves. Jesus Christ, that was awful. Questionable segues aside, he doesn't give up the whole Reaper thing, and honestly, these ads on the side are way more entertaining. I say hit him with a bat. What is this even advertising? Solid advice. Sign me up. Oh, it's a game. I'll play it next year. He calls you and gives you about as much choice as... I don't want to finish that joke. Seamless transition. Turns out, death? Just an anime boy. Always thought he would be. We make a bet. If he can kill me by the end of the week, I win. I mean, he wins. And if he can't, I win. Challenge accepted. I am slightly worried about making a bet with someone to come kill me, regardless of whether they're the real Death or not. At the end of the call, he says my real name, which is weird because I never told him that. I just go by Soul8129, which I then changed to Little Soul because I'm not creative. I can say it, you can't. I'm allowed to bully myself. After work the next day, we nearly die, so things are starting to connect in my brain. We should probably be more worried, but one of my options is literally just accept my fate, so I'm clearly not too worried. Computer time. I always like playing the games on computers and games on computers. Sure, Pong was it was so easy. You know what, it's dumb. I don't like it. Let's play the no internet game. I'm bored. Let's go for Wordle. And it took me 25 minutes of trying to get it. Yep, I'm stubborn. What do you care? I'm the one who has to live with it. Back to Death. This basically goes the exact same way, except he uses some cute emojis? Sure. But the entire dynamic is, he says I'm the bane of his existence, and that's what I pride myself on. I want a sticker with it on. Anyway, I'm not looking for another relationship where someone's trying to kill me. So, as fun as tormenting Death is, let's move on. Monster High 2, camp to who the fuck knows. This is where we'll find our partner. Oh god, Death's here too. At least there isn't a serial killer character. We'll just stay away from Death, I guess. Okay, so this is how we pick who we get, I assume. Let's pick this one. Big muscle demon woman called Dyla. I mean, Damien rejected me last time, so I guess this is the natural next step. I do remember how hard this game can be to get a date, so we've got to lock in. Okay, first problem. She doesn't see Damien as a good enough rival anymore, which I highly doubt, because he was highly effective at terminating my feelings. Regardless, he's not doing it for Dyla. We do the reasonable thing and summon 14 of them in one big mass. Unfortunately, we mixed the summoning ritual up with a Paul Blart fanfic somehow, so although it does work, the fanfic's all about he can say. Can you imagine you're trying to be like, I will defeat you, Damien, and he's like, Paul Blart sensually removed his clothes. It probably wouldn't work. I don't blame her for not respecting me after that one. Okay, we've got another chance. This time it's her, this bit, witch, and some cursed woman when a fucking serial killer shows up. Are you killing me? Please don't kill her. Kidding me. Admittedly, it's not the same one, but come on, man. Trauma. Something we both share because he's upset everyone forgot his birthday. I remind everyone and we throw him one. Sure, it's his party, but I look like the hero for remembering, so I'm celebrating for myself. So her and Death are hanging out, which is awkward for me because I left them on red. But they don't remember me, so I don't care. Either way, she's looking for a way to impress a bunch of people at a banquet. I suggest she breaks a watermelon over her head, which not only does she love, but people 300 years in the future do as well. Literally, there's a whole cutscene about a guy coming up to a bar and going, "Did I ever tell you the tale of a woman that broke a watermelon over her head?" Like, that was me. I'm gonna have to throw a party for myself. We're on a fine line here with some good and some bad interactions, so this one clearly matters. Luckily, or I guess unluckily, she asked me out on a date. Lot of potential to mess up. Although it's just for a patch, it's still real to me, goddammit. It all comes down to this last decision. Paying for everyone's bills, or telling her that she'll need way more than one date to master it. Honestly, this was like figuring out which wire to cut in a bomb. Using the same analogy, I can safely say, yeah, I killed myself and about everyone else in a 10-mile radius. In my defense, I didn't think she liked to be told she was wrong, so I paid for everyone's bills, so not only does she think I'm misogynistic now, I ended up paying for like 3 people's dental plans. I don't even know how the fuck that happened, but whatever. I asked her out and I think you can guess what she said. So, what did we learn? That sometimes you spend Valentine's Day alone, and that's okay. Psych, that's not how I go out. It's not over until I win. We go again. Also, this isn't me recommending not taking no for an answer. This is a computer simulation where I can re-roll it and it won't be weird. Well, as normal as a guy playing 3 dating sims about serial killers and monsters on Valentine's Day, instead of, you know, actually spending it with another person. Whatever, we go again. Along the way, we may learn that Delilah is actually a guy called Terry playing a dating sim too. At least I can pronounce that name. But we'll ignore that and say, I did it. I fell in love with a big, muscly woman. Just like last year. You know, I'm starting to see a pattern and I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing. Whatever. I'm not going to therapy about it. I just hope I don't have to do this next year.